Hello one and all, this is Soulful Lordy, James Bullock, once again with another video game first impressions. This time around, Monster Truck Championship for the PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and PC. Unlike Steel Titans, which I gave my first impressions for earlier this year, this game doesn't have the Monster Jam seal of approval, so there aren't any known names or trucks or drivers in this experience. Instead, you have a set of developer crafted trucks, all the while you're given a truck that you're allowed to customize as you progress through the game, as you gain cash from winning races or destruction derbies or freestyle events. You are allowed to not only purchase these items and upgrade your truck, and thankfully a lot of the designs that you would see from the trucks that we all know and love, like Gravedigger or Monster Mutt or Maximum Destruction, are actually in the game. The frames of their bodies are actually in the game. You just can't have, say, a Gravedigger logo on your Gravedigger style truck. The customization options are plentiful, but I wish there were more. I wish there were abilities to, say, import pictures. I understand more than likely they couldn't because of copyrights. The main difference between this game and a lot of other monster truck games is that it prides itself in being a simulation-based game. Though there are some arcadey moments, a majority of the action, a majority of the racing is really rooted in the fundamentals of physics and actual driving a monster truck. You will have to control the front and rear wheels in the case of the PlayStation, or if you're using a controller with the left and right analog sticks. You will have to learn how to brake properly, how to time yourself, and most importantly, you will have to learn how to fine-tune your truck. Thankfully, the developers did a great job of explaining what fine-tuning means to your truck. It explains on screen if you lower or heighten your suspension, or make it stiffer or softer, or what happens if you try to put more momentum in the front of the truck than in the back. It really adds a level of detail and, more importantly, just strategy that you don't have in a majority of the monster truck games that are available either last gen, the gen before, or even this gen. Another thing that ties into the realism of the game presentation is the fact that there is a on-screen icon that shows throughout the entire race the health of your truck. It will show when your tires are giving out. It will show when your gear shift is broken. It will show when your engine is starting to fail. And of course, when those things happen, your truck will underperform. Now, to help with those problems when they do pop up are two things in career mode. One is the team function, which allows for you to hire up to 5 different people. As you progress, you unlock more slots, but originally it's only 2. That will become a part of your crew, your team, and these people will be responsible for certain things like helping the health of your engine, or even bringing down the cost of repairs. Also tied into this are challenges that are offered by sponsors. The sponsors, of course, will give you more money if you complete these challenges. Some of the challenges are rather easy, like hitting 8 destructible objects in an event, but other ones will really test your skills, like say during a somersault into a back wall flip during the freestyle event. When it comes to the single player offerings, there is a career mode or campaign mode where you go through the various events through these, of course, fake arenas, and either you're racing, you're drag racing another truck, or you're freestyling or tearing up an area with destruction derbies. Unfortunately, that's really it. There are not that many mode options, considering there are 30 events with 2 to 5 race stipulations per event that hopefully, if you do well, leads to you winning the world finals. There isn't that much variety when it comes to the gameplay mode offerings. Really, what was being promoted as the main point of longevity when it came to this game was the online functionality, was the ability to play with friends or randoms online in various events. And unfortunately, with this not only being a niche title, with not a lot of people playing around the world, this is not Call of Duty, of course, it will be a little difficult to find an online opponent at any time of the day. But more importantly, what's very disappointing is the fact that there are only 2 options. I explained that you could race, drag race, freestyle, or destruction derby single player. But when it comes to online, all you can do is either race or drag race. There is no freestyle, there is no destruction derby. And to me, that would have been the most gratifying parts of playing online. It would have been incredible to have a group of people sitting around watching each other try to do the best freestyle possible and see who can get the most points. That type of party mode would have been perfect for the online longevity of this game. Unfortunately, that is not the case when it first came out, and I don't know if there ever will be an update to make sure that we have freestyle or destruction derby as an online option. Technically, the game is actually very good. I only had one hard crash. I don't know what happened. It just crashed. I'm playing on a PS4. But when it comes to frame rate drops, when it comes to overall stability, when it comes to just game-breaking bugs or glitches or anything like that, I really haven't had a problem. Overall, this is a wonderful monster truck game. This is a wonderful niche racer. If you enjoy monster truck racing games, I think you will thoroughly enjoy this. But it doesn't have the longevity I think it was promised to have, especially when it comes to online capabilities, when it comes to online mode offerings. Maybe wait for it when it's on sale for maybe $20 or so. But if you don't want to wait, I still think it's a pretty good deal. Just don't expect to have the long-lasting impression that is going to keep you invested for years upon years. So there you have it. This has been Soulful Lordy, James Bullock, once again with another video game first impressions. Monster Truck Championship for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Now if you don't mind, I finally got enough points. I'm going to head to the World Finals. I'm going to try to win a championship, and if I don't, I will just run through a bunch of trailers and cars and maybe even my own opponents. And when the crowd sees just how crazy I can get on the track, they will have no choice but to say, "Oh Lordy."